If you really want to know my opinion of this game, it's that it's one of the most fun games I've ever played, but also one of the most flawed. Just look at the back of this game. What is all this? I can't believe it's been that long since this game was released. This game's just a blast. I just really love it. It's just so that good. Whenever I play it, it's just so fun. But at the same time, it's just so lacking in content. I like the characters, I like how the graphics look. Some character models look wacky as fuck. Ultra Instinct Goku. But at the same time, the gameplay is so good. It's fast. The animations are but so when they announced it for the freaking Nintendo Switch, when it did not even release on the Xbox One and PS4, it's the best announcement this game has ever made. Look, Xbox. This is how you do it. So why did they fumble it? Why did it fumble it so hard? When it comes to porting this game to the Nintendo Switch, there had to be a lot of cuts and the graphics are like just straight up bad. But the Nintendo Switch 2 version is really, really good. I don't care that it's 30 FPS, it runs really well. It's just really responsive to play, they adjusted everything, so it's just good. However, when we compare both versions, around the time the Switch version came out, this version got a new update. Like, all the DLCs released, and it got a new update with more content coming their way. This version, the Switch version, ran on version 1.0. Why didn't they, like, straight up just go port the newest freaking version? Like, how could they fumble this? Alright, let me show you what I mean. Here's the Switch version. Cleaning the Switch. Oh, it looks pretty on camera. It runs well, it looks good, it plays fine. The HDR, let me first show you. The HDR is just wacky. You can still change it, but you cannot turn it off. Believe me, the HDR of this game is bad. It's borderline trash. They improved it a bit for the Switch version, but it's still just so freaking bad. And the HDR on the Switch 2 display isn't even that good. So you just have to deal with it, or in the settings you just have to turn it off. But for this video I'll just leave it on. Like, the main menu is pre-rendered cutscenes, none of this is real. But they did address one of my gripes, is that nobody talks. Now they do. Like, do you see how bad the HDR is? This is not my camera fucking this up. If I look at the camera and if I look directly at the screen, this is how the game looks like. And it's so bad. But it's better than the other versions. The PC version never turned on the HDR. It's just that bad. Even if HDR on the PC is like terrible to calibrate. If we're gonna talk about the Switch version releasing on 1.0, we have to talk about the DLC. Because the game did release with the DLC. You could pay for the DLC on the Switch version on day one. Like, we already knew everything. I kinda assumed they were already with the game. Like with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on the Switch. It was the exact same version, every DLC was already there, so I kinda assumed the same thing. But when I went down, the character select stopped here at this wacky-ass character, because the DLC characters weren't there yet! You could already pay for them, but they were not usable. Why? It took them so long to release this first DLC pack. Like with all the superhero characters and stuff. And I don't see why. Why did it have to take so long? Why did they release the Switch version on an older version? Did they really work that long on a Switch version? I just don't get it. And later, like last week, a few days ago as I'm recording this, they released the Daima Pack 1 and 2 and the one with Dragon Ball Legends Shallot. And now we're complete, but we fucking aren't. Like I mentioned, the Switch version is kind of bare with modes. You have episode battle, you have custom battle, and that's basically it. You can play the tournaments, you can do Zeno orders, you can do online play, you can buy stuff, you can summon Shenron, you can do... The achievements are there. I like that they added the achievements, like, right here. They added every single achievement so you can still get it. And as you can see, I played this game quite a lot. I really, really enjoy the Switch version. But there's nothing to do anymore. The custom battles kinda suck, but I am getting through them a bit. I just want to play as the DLC characters that just recently came out. And I can't unless I basically play against, you know, randoms, but randoms online or in battle mode, where I constantly have to select the opponents randomly, which is kind of a pain. What really hurts my brain, or what kind of just hurts me with this version, is that the other versions... The other versions already have 2 new modes. Like, kind of 3. 2 new modes. One of them is Battle 100, which are they are pretty hard missions you can complete, selecting your own characters, having limits and all that stuff, which is just battling, and which is exactly what I like in a game like this. A game like this is just so fun to just battle, even if it's just against AI. If I can just get a list of characters that I can beat and get to the next one, and just select characters, experiment with new characters, or heck, keep playing the same characters over and over. That's just fun. That's how I really like the Naruto Storm series, because they have a survival mode where you can play, where you can battle random characters and play them over and over and over, beat them over and over with your own characters, and it's basically you go down a list, and that's just fun. That's just, you know, something you can do while listening to a podcast. Next, I want to talk about the difference between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 version. And what I mean by this is, why is the Switch 1 version running on the Switch 2 different than the Switch 2 version, when they're essentially the same? Whenever you plug in the cartridge or the digital version of the Switch 1 version into the Switch 2, it downloads a 7 gigabytes, approximately 7 gigabytes update to your Switch 2, so it looks and runs and plays like the Switch 2 version, but you still have to buy the Switch 1 DLC, meaning that it's the Switch 1 version still, and I can't wrap my head around it. Especially, like, I thought maybe I get better performance or whatever if I bought the Switch 2 version. So I got the Switch 2 version digitally, and I got the Switch 1 version physically, so I can get it to my collection. But if I play the Switch 1 version updated to the Switch 2 version on a cartridge, I can basically transfer save files between both versions. Which is great, so I could just... This is essentially my Switch 2 save file running on my Switch 1. But as soon as I bought the Switch 2 version, I had to start all over. Basically, it's a whole new version, and I just don't get it. It's a weird way. Why did they do it like this? It's just... I can't wrap my brain around it. Now I want to end this video by playing the Switch 1 version for a bit, because I think this version is just really funny. Even, it's just low res, the whole stage is different, like you saw with the side-by-side. The city stage is completely different, but it's still the same game. As you can see, I don't have the DLC here. It's still the same game, and you can still do everything you want in this game, in this version, on the Switch 2 or even the PlayStation 4, really? Come on. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions. So I'm gonna do a quick battle with one of my favorite Gokus, basically the Goku that can transform into Super Saiyan 2. And we're gonna make it a quick 2 against 1 battle. Alright, let's begin.
Who would have thought you had this much untapped potential? Okay, why don't you try and beat me like this?
If I try hard enough, maybe I can actually go toe-to-toe with my dad. Let's give it a shot.
I enjoy this version so much because it's just weird. It's the exact same version, but it's just the exact same version, but it looks so crap. It's lower than the lowest setting on PC, and the lowest setting on PC still looks pretty good. Unless you know, lower the textures, then it looks pretty bad, but still, I really, it's quite, honestly, you can, do you notice I'm not really good with giving commentary while playing a game and trying to play the game. I'm not having trouble playing the game or anything, but still, like, you can easily see what they did to bring it to the Switch, which is lower a lot of graphics. This whole stage is different. Some effects are just straight up not there, but they tried to keep the art style and the character models as true to the original version as possible. And of course the gameplay is one-on-one, no compromises there. And the performance is pretty... the Switch 2 version can run at a 30 FPS pretty consistently, but the Switch 1 version struggles. It's not bad to the point where I think it's unplayable. As you can see, it's still responsive. And I am playing handheld mode right now. The game looks more laggy on the camera. I don't know why. Maybe it's just not ideal to record a 30 FPS game on a camera that's also just 30 FPS. I really need to upgrade. Weird clipping. Okay. Well, we're almost there. We're almost there. We almost got him. Is this gonna connect? No, damn it. There's sometimes slowdown even. Like, the game slows down.
You're a worthy rival. I'm ready for more when you are.
It's just funny. I just really like this version. The moment I saw the differences between the Xbox Series version, the Switch 2 version, and the Switch 1 version, I'm not playing this regularly. I play it sometimes, but it's just, it's just really funny. I like this version. All in all, I just want them to bring the new modes, like the Battle 100 mode and the Survival mode, as fast as possible to the Switch 1, so I can enjoy it on there. Sometimes I enjoy playing that mode on my PC, but I like my Switch 2. I really like my Switch 2, and the game just does not run well on the Steam Deck. Or not, you know, 60 FPS is too much. So, if they ever bring that update, like, as fast as possible, please, then the game is complete, and I hope they can keep it one-on-one, because there's more DLC coming to this version. Are they gonna fucking wait with the Switch 2 version again? Anyway, thank you for watching. I want to talk about more games that are just weird, or like strikes me as weird, or just have some story to talk about, like here. And I want to, of course, talk about more controllers, like this new controller I got. I want to talk about the G7 some more. So, thank you all for watching, and till next time.